Mental health. Everywhere you go, everyone's talking about it. It's a buzzword. The world tries to label us with it. It's projected on us. And that's probably why you clicked on this experience. Because that phrase, those two words, mental health, is something that's relevant in our generation. You know, things like anxiety, worry, depression, hopelessness, maybe loneliness or negative talk, comparison. What about identity confusion, addiction to pornography, self-harm, shame or guilt, and so many more? Like, man, you ever deal with any of those? I know I have, and so does our entire generation. And mental health is an overarching topic of conversation that is prevalent in our generation, and we often see it as a negative. But what if we've gotten this conversation all wrong? What if we were all created to have mental health? Wait, what? What if we were all created to have mental health the way God designed it? You see, just like we have physical health and spiritual health, God created us to have mental health. God wants us to have a healthy body, a healthy soul, and a healthy mind. And while we may think that mental health is something that only our generation is facing, in reality, we can look back and learn a lot about God's design for mental health, and we believe He's given us the tools to go on a journey of living a lifestyle of mental health. See, most mental health struggles in our lives can be traced back to losing sight of who God says that we are, who God is, and that we were created for a purpose. Somewhere on the journey, our minds have often become filled with the world's lies instead of the truth that God has spoken. So we want to invite you on a journey of practicing a lifestyle of freedom, a journey of mental health. And maybe you're thinking I've tried all kinds of stuff and things before, but maybe they haven't worked or brought the freedom you were looking for. We try all kinds of things because we want to be free, but sometimes it just doesn't seem to work out that way. And it feels like there's a black cloud hanging over our head, like a pit in our stomach that never goes away, or the mind that never shuts off. But Jesus has come to bring us freedom, and His living words remind us of what's available for our journey of pursuing mental health. See, the Bible tells us that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Man, so think about it. What's being said there? It's because of God's love, we don't have to live in fear and stay stuck in our struggle. We can approach any mental health struggle with power, love, and a sound mind. God has given us power, which means we walk in the authority of our identity or who Jesus says that we are. He's inviting us to take back authority when it comes to our mental health. God has given us love. Jesus is love, and He's empowered us to be in a healthy, loving relationship with Him, with ourselves, and with others. And God has given us a spirit of a sound mind, a total frame of thinking with a foundation of peace, which means our thoughts can be shielded from the lies of the world. In some translations, this says sound mind, and some others, it will use the term self-discipline. So in other words, when we have the self-discipline to use the tools that God has given us for the journey, we can have a sound mind. We can have mental health. And every physical step we take is an invitation towards emotional, relational, spiritual, and mental health, a lifestyle of freedom. Living free is being mentally healthy. It's believing that you are who God says you are. God is who He says He is, and that you have been created for a purpose. God has given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And this is what empowers us to believe these truths. And through this experience, we want to provide you tools for the journey ahead. You see, just like a phone has apps that will allow you with a touch of a button to do something that you couldn't do on your own, each session will give you a tool that with really simple usage will allow you to do some things you couldn't do on your own. And it's going to help you take some steps on your journey of having mental health the way that God designed. And each session not only has a tool, but unique downloads that will help you on your journey. So make sure to check those out. You see, this isn't everything, but it's a great start. It's simply a foundation to build on. And our hope is that you use the tools and some of the resources that we've created, and that it will create an encounter with God's presence. Because where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And it's Jesus who wants to set you free and help you live free. And I want to let you know right off the bat that this experience is not a quick fix. This is a journey towards not only being set free, but actually living free. So whatever expectations you have, I invite you set those down, have an open heart and an open mind to go through this experience, taking the truths and the tools provided, applying them to your life, and believing that you can have mental health the way that God intended. So as you engage this experience, we have multiple sessions and they're all a few minutes or less. And man, you don't have to do these all in one setting. Take your time, practice using the tools, and you might even want to do one and work through it, or do a couple of them and talk to somebody about it. And we would even encourage you, do this experience with your parents or with some of your friends. But our hope, it's not that you get through these sessions, it's that you grab a hold of the tools that are provided and start using them so that you can have mental health. So come on, let's go on this journey of living a lifestyle of mental health together.